Warning: the following video was made before Player Core 2 came out and so uses some options from before the Pathfinder Remaster project took effect. Hello YouTube and welcome to Prime Productions. I'm here to help enhance your tabletop gaming experience. So, you know what? It's been a while since I've just made a character of my own. Sure, I've shown you builds of a bunch of pop culture characters, but not just one of my own original characters. So you know what? Let's do that. In fact, let's go crazy.
You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Let's make the most ridiculous character I can think of in Pathfinder 2e, using the new Howl of the Wild book. Oh, and when I say ridiculous, I'm not talking about the most ridiculously powerful character or whatever. No, this is just a crazy, off-the-wall, pants-on-head silliness kind of character that does not work conceptually, but works mechanically. This is just a fun, silly little thing. So, as always, when making a character in Pathfinder 2e, let's start off with the ABCs of character creation, and A stands for Ancestry. So for this build, I'm going to go with merfolk. Merfolk were released as an ancestry in the Howl of the Wild book and are kinda weird. Since they don't have legs, they have a land speed of only 5 feet, but have a swim speed of 25 feet. They have low light vision and the aquatic grace trait, which says if they save against a water effect, they critically save instead. This isn't likely to come up much, but hey, it's something. Also, they have the amphibious trait, which means they can breathe in air and water, but they also have the hydration flaw, which means they need to hydrate their skin at least once a day or they suffer penalties. They also receive a one-time boost of 8 extra hit points, and have the attribute adjustments of a bonus to dexterity, charisma, and 1 free boost, and a penalty to constitution. In a move that should surprise most of you, I won't actually turn these in for the generic boost to 2 attributes. Instead, I'll stick with the normal merfolk adjustments and I'll put my bonus into strength. For heritage, I'm going to veer off course immediately and go for the versatile heritage of Nephilim, meaning our merfolk has some extraplanar heritage. I'll then grab the Nephilim Ancestry feat Bestial Manifestation and get a pair of claws that do a d4 slashing damage and have the Agile, Finesse, Unarmed, and Versatile Piercing traits. As for background, I want this character to be the most ridiculous possible. I want to be the physical embodiment of the drunken dare that somehow actually succeeds. Which is why I'm going to choose Raised by Belief for Caden Kalian. Caden Kalian is the god of lucky drunks, by the way. So that background gives us a boost to either Constitution or Charisma. I'll try and even out our bad Constitution, and a free boost that goes into Dexterity. It also gives us Caden's associated skill, which is Athletics, and the skill feat of Assurance for that skill. Also, we get the lore skill for Caden Kalian. And now for class. I'm going to go with Swashbuckler. Yeah, that's right, we have a fencing mermaid now. Swashbuckler gets us a bonus to Dex right off the bat. Also, we get the acrobatic skill, plus an additional 4 skills of our choice. Now, swashbucklers get a subclass called a style, and for our character, I'm going to go with gymnast, which gives us the athletic skill. Now, we already have the athletic skill, so we get to choose another skill. Just pick whatever's your favorite. It also gives us something else, but to talk about that, we first have to talk about the class feature Panache. Panache is a swashbuckler class feature, and it goes hand in hand with 2 other class features, Precise Strike and Confident Finisher. These 3 class features all work together, and I don't think I've explained them before, so I'll quickly go over them here. Like I said, swashbucklers have a resource called Panache. Unlike Pathfinder 1, you don't have a pool of Panache, instead it's like a switch. You either have it or you don't. You can turn on your Panache by tumbling through an enemy's square, or since we're a gymnast, we can get it by succeeding at either a trip, shove, or grapple attempt. And our Assurance with the athletic skill from Caden Kalian can help with that. Now, while you have Panache, your land speed increases by 5 feet. Also, your Agile or Finesse attacks deal 2 extra precision damage, which gets better as you level up. This is that Precise Strike thing I was talking about. Your Confident Finisher feature lets you expend your Panache when attacking to turn that 2 extra precision damage into 2d6 extra precision damage, but then your Panache is switched off. Oh, and even if you miss, you still deal half that 2d6 precision damage, which is crazy. There have been several times I've missed an enemy with my swashbuckler, but taken them out because they were on their last legs, and I missed with Confident Finisher. Swashbucklers also start off with a class feat. I'm going to grab Disarming Flare. This lets us get Panache after we succeed at a disarm action. Swashbucklers also get a few other things. Let me put them on screen now. And of course, at the end of character creation, we get 4 free attribute boosts. Let's go for Strength, Dexterity, Constitution, and Charisma. Now for our first level equipment, we are going to want the standard swashbuckler stuff. Some leather armor, a rapier, maybe a ranged weapon like a short bow or something. Also, if you can afford it, grab a Supra Marine Chair, which is from Howl of the Wild. This item is basically a bucket of water on wheels that lets you motor around. As of the errata, this lets our mermaid wheel around at a speed of 20 feet or 25 if we have panache, I think. I'm not sure how that interaction works. Now at this point, I know you are thinking 2 things. First of all, a mermaid running around in an aquatic wheelchair is silly, but not like the most ridiculous thing. And why the heck did I bother to get a claw attack? Well, yeah, let's talk about that. At level 2, we are going to throw aside our swashbuckler feat for an archetype feat, and we are going to go into Claw Dancer. Claw Dancer is a new archetype in Howl of the Wild that gives us access to 2 stances. A claw stance that ups our claw damage to a d6, and a talon stance that lets us kick with our talons and does a d8 slashing damage and has the finesse, sweep, and unarmed traits. And yes, this lets us kick despite the fact that we are sitting in a bucket of water and, oh yes, we don't have feet! And all of this stuff works with your swashbuckler stuff because both claw and talon strikes have the finesse trait. So yeah, throw away that rapier from level 1 and grab some hand wraps of mighty blows, which, yes, also increase your kicks, and I say kicks with the heaviest possible air quotes. From there on, the build just gets sillier. At level 3, I'd grab the general feat Toughness to help with our mediocre hit points. Oh, also at level 3, we get the class feature Riposte, which means if our enemy critically misses us, we get to attack them back with a melee strike. This is supposed to be done with like a rapier or a short sword or something, but no, we are going to kick the enemy's sword away and then kick them, despite the fact that, again, we still don't have legs. Then at level 4, I'd grab the Claw Dancer archetype feat Dashing Pounce, which lets you and presumably your whole aquatic wheelchair jump into the air, land, and attack with 2 claw strikes. At level 5, I'd grab the Merfolk Ancestry feat Strong Tail, which gives us a land speed of 15. By then, our bonus to speed when we have panache is plus 10, so even without our Supra Marine Chair, we move just as fast on land as a normal human. And that's it. That's the most ridiculous build I can come up with at this time. I'm sure there's some sillier builds out there, and if you have one, let me know in the comments below. And while you're leaving a comment, remember to like and subscribe. That lets both me and YouTube know that you like this kind of content and would like to see more. Until then, thank you, good luck, and happy gaming.